But magic, yes, scary word, weird word. In the pagan traditions, they have this thing called magic. Now, what is magic? It's not, sad to say, it's not the Dungeons and Dragons variety. Nobody's going to be shooting fireballs and lightning bolts in their hands. Nobody's going to be raising the dead as an army of zombies or anything like that. It's not that kind of magic. Neither is it the kind of card tricks and rabbits out of hats kind of magic either. What is magic? It is, in a sense, a kind of focused meditation or prayer anyway. It is a kind of tuning in to the, kind of tapping into the wiring under the board, as it were, tuning in to the universe as a whole, and using your, I want to say God-given right, but your right as a conscious being in the universe to try and manifest things, to ask for things. Effectively, it's a bit like prayer in that respect. Yeah, to describe a little bit what magic is in pagan traditions, I'm going to read from a few things from this book called Paganism: An Introduction to Earth-Centered Religions by Joyce and River Higginbotham. They say in here, we would define magic as the actions of many consciousnesses voluntarily working together with an aware and interconnected universe to bring about one or more desired results. And they go on to say that magic is natural. It's a natural act, not a supernatural act, in that it arises out of the structure and nature of the universe. And they say magic is rational. Many magical systems, particularly those grounded in scientific principles, are logical and based on reason. The conclusions drawn about what magic is and how it works proceed logically. They say magic is cooperative. Most pagans would agree that magic is a voluntary and cooperative process. We call this cooperative magic. And so magic works regardless of what you believe about it. You don't have to adopt a particular set of beliefs for magic to work for you. And magic can be performed by anyone. Anyway, then they go into the mechanics of magic. Becoming receptive, that's the first step, that's the meditation one, isn't it? First step is to put yourself into a receptive state. This means freeing yourself of distractions and allowing your focus to move towards your point of connection with the universe. So it's meditation, and like I said, it's not just still meditation, it can be through music or whatever, or mantras. After becoming receptive, you form an intention. What are you hoping to achieve through this, and then you project it into the universe. So, I mean, this is the prayer part of it, and then, as I said, leaving it in the hands of the, well, then that's letting go. But they say about forming intention, and then projecting into the universe, and then letting it go. Part of letting it go, as well as taking action yourself to achieve what you're trying to achieve, as well as, leaving it be and not stressing about it. And then they talk about the different types of magic. They talk about energy work, which can be healing, love and comfort, creativity, forgiveness, letting go, self-empowerment. And then there's conscious creation, which is more like the standard, asking for things, trying to draw things, but they do things like trying to draw things to yourself, and it's a cooperative process with other people. Divination is a form of magic, obviously, information and understanding, and I'm going to deal with that a bit as well. Divination / guidance, which I think is another good term, but and then they say the fourth way is for spiritual growth. Well, I guess that's just where you're trying to tune in and find peace without it being about getting anything particularly. And then they talk about the limitations of magic. First, your intention's not the only one in the universe. This is the cooperative thing. There are other conscious beings in the world, other people, and they have their own will, and it's wrong to violate the will of others, so that always needs to be a concern. Second, don't plan on violating the laws of physics. This is the it's not Dungeons and Dragons thing. And ethics, yeah, which kind of is a bit like with the cooperative as well, because you shouldn't be seeking to harm anyone or anything. Pagans often talk about this with regards to is it the law of three or something like that? Whatever you send out comes back to you threefold, so you don't send bad shit out. This new information from me getting interested in paganism has allowed me to rethink this prayer and meditation thing and say, actually you can ask for things as long as it's not spiritually immature, arrogant, harmful to others, etc. basically, yes. What is it acceptable to ask for? Not material things, I think. Opportunities that people might bring your way, if they are willing as well. So, yeah, because there are other people out there, there are opportunities galore. It's okay to say, look, I want to open myself to this coming into my life. But it's having the right approach. It's not gimme, gimme, gimme. It's, I'm going to work towards this thing, I'm going to open myself up to it, and I'm going to work with other people, and of course, you know, bring people and opportunities my way who's would fit with what my desires and needs are. So, I mean, I can see that you can ask in that kind of way, because that is humble. That's not just childlike gimme gimme, that is about hope and opportunity. And obviously asking for things, whilst it's important, I think, not to be attached to results, which is the whole reason I have such a problem with this asking side of praying. I think you can balance these things. Certainly a thing that's acceptable to ask, even if you say, I'm not going to ask for anything concrete because of not being attached to results. But you can still ask for things that are within yourself anyway. Wisdom, courage, strength, all that stuff. And I do that. I actually have started doing that quite a lot. You know, give me the courage to you know, to do what I need to do. Give me the wisdom to know what that is, and things like that. Communication skills of people, which I struggle with sometimes. I'll pay to Hermes for communication and so on. So yeah,